Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. We hope your experience is fruitful. Please feel free to visit our website to find out how you can join our growing family. While we are loading your experience, please do us a quick favor and hit that like button from whichever platform you're watching or listening on. Also, share so others may enjoy as well. And we hope you would consider hitting that subscribe or follow button so you can check out more of our amazing content. All right, let's start the show. What is going on, Mavericks? We are back with another episode of the Negro Mavericks. I'm your host, Kwame, and moderator, joined by the handsome, the melanin proficient, the bearded one, Just Dominic.
Oh, it is me. Hey, everybody.
What is going on?
How you doing?
Yes,
Woo, I couldn't wait to this episode. We have, honestly, so much to talk about.
Yes.
That I've really been bursting at the seams for the past, 2 days or so.
Yes,
So,
yes.
yeah.
You have produced this show. I will say I have to give all the credit to you, brother. You have done it. This is going to be a good show. I'm looking forward. If you guys enjoyed the last episode, when we were talking about not the last
Helene, right?
Before,
The one before.
Yeah, which was Helene Flowers, or who is Helene Flowers? We have a special episode again in this wonderful series that Dominic has been coming up with called "Who is Afua Richardson?" So I'm looking forward to hearing more about her. I'm hoping that you guys will learn something more about her as well. So let's see who's in the building, shall we? What's going on, Michelle Holly? How you doing, Queen? Appreciate you.
Hello.
Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Blerd nerds or black nerds run the world. Exactly.
That's right. Come on now.
What's going on, Keith Reynolds? Thank you guys for joining. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Just to let you guys know, do us a quick favor and hit that subscribe button and like if you haven't done so already. It does help the algorithm, and it does help things, flow along. So we hope you enjoy, and we will get into our first little thing here. And it looks like we have our Maverick alert.
Yes, we do.
Let's get into it. You guys, we have a Maverick alert, and so it looks like we have some updates on the strike that's going on right now. So it's all yours, Dominic.
It looks like from what we've learned from a lot of The Verge, which is a popular a magazine that reports on a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, the strike is moving in the right direction.
Oh, thank God.
A lot of the CEOs, Bloomberg has even reported that David Zaslav, who's over Warner Brothers Discovery, the guy who, I'm not going to go through all the names, but the guy who's over Netflix and Amazon and Sony Pictures, NBC Universal, and Paramount and Apple. All the heads of all the big studios are in favor of moving ahead and agreeing to the terms that have been presented to them, what the regular everyday people want from all the apps and all the millions and now billions of dollars that it's generated. Now, the only person you may have noticed that is not mentioned is Bob Iger, which is the head of Disney. Because talks have moved along in their favor, the regular guy. Now this guy, you should put him up. What's his name? Bob Iger.
Oh, I don't think I have
Disney. Yeah, you do.
I might have deleted it, but I'll look for it. Continue.
Okay, so that guy who's over Disney is the only one missing from the list. So because of so much pressure from his peers, he is now attending his first meeting this week. So he's very resistant, but everyone is putting so much pressure on him. So I'm very happy to hear that. So that is the Maverick alert. So if things go along and we can get him on board, however long it takes, maybe 1 or 2 weeks, I don't know. He should come prepared to say yes. Then the strike will be over. So what are your thoughts on that?
We'll see. I don't think what they're asking for is unreasonable. I think just being fair and with all of the work that that writers do, with all of the work that SAG-AFTRA does, and empowering and infusing this industry, I think it's only fair. That's all. I just want to see it come to an end, because the semblance of positivity that we get from and the escapism that we get from watching these shows does help life. I know that for during the pandemic that was like really, really important. But yeah, that's all I feel.
And set dressers who are really unnoticed, who we see set design, we see suit designed on whatever superhero, all those people only going to get one fee. And so this will now protect them. As the streaming services make all this money, they'll get, a couple of coins off of it. So it's very fair.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Let's see who's in the building. We see that I truly loved how you shared about Tom Swift. He was amazing. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Michelle. Hey, Amari.
Glad you enjoyed it.
To you, Dr. Holt. Thank you for joining
Dr. Holt.
Little sister Michaela, thank you for coming in, Queen. Appreciate you. Yes. All right. Well, that's all we got for the Maverick Alert. We have some new segments in here, and we do want to make sure that we are letting you guys know about all of the cool stuff that we got going on here. And next up in this new segment, we're going to talk about Maverick Time. Yes, Maverick Time. And Maverick Time is our time to sit there and to get into some information about who we're talking about today. And our theme last time we talked about Helene Flowers. We definitely want to shout out Helene Flowers and all the work that he has done, and for just kind of turning his life around. And we want to shout out one of our viewers, Michelle Holly, because she did buy one of the shirts there that we had asked about. So shout out to you, Sister Michelle. Thank you for all that you do, and for supporting one of the Black Kings out there. All right?
That's right. That's so cool.
But today is not just about Black Kings. It's also about this amazing Black Queen called Who is Afua Richardson?
Yes, Afua Richardson. Talk to us about it, Mr. Kwame. Talk to us about her.
Yes. So Afua, and I think it's Afua. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing your name. I apologize. Afua Richardson is an African native American artist. She did covers for 5 issues of Marvel's World of Wakanda and art for a short story backup in the first issue. Her comic Genius, with writers Mark Bernardin and Adam Freeman, won Top Cow's 2008 pilot series. In addition to being an illustrator, Afua is a singer, songwriter, musician, and voice actor, and mentor to many aspiring artists. She is the creator of her upcoming series, Aquarius, the Book of Myrrh. In 2011, Richardson received the Nina Simone Award for artistic achievement as one of the few African-American women comic book artists to work for the leading publishers in the field. Afua Richardson covered 5 issues of Marvel's World of Wakanda and art for a short story backup in the first issue. Her comic, her comic Genius, I read that. She illustrated a Langston Hughes poem in 2014 for NPR's Black History Month and did variant covers for several comic book titles, including All-Star Batman for DCcomics, Attack on Titan for Kodansha, Mad Max for Vertigo, as well as variant covers for X-Men 92. That's a huge deal, actually.
Yes.
Totally Awesome Hulk, Shuri, and Captain America and the Mighty Avengers at Marvel Comics. She was one of a small group of African American women artists who were employed by the big two comic book publishers or comic publishers at the time she entered the industry. Richardson was raised in New York City, from a family of scientists. She studied classical flute from age 9. As a flutist, she performed with ensembles at Carnegie Hall and on Soul Train. She also performed with Sheila E. and Parliament Funkadelic. I know that's right. Richardson is a self-trained artist. She is a member of the Ormus Society, which promotes African-American women in the comic industry. For the comic book series Genius 2007, she worked with 2 writers to tell the story through the voice of a Black woman, Destiny Ajay. Richardson's experience of being a minority in the United States influenced her work. In Genius, she draws violent acts in a way that is both matter of fact and highly stylized. According to Comics Alliance, she portrays Ajay's thought processes, and David Brothers called it instantly understandable and worthy of poring over. In 2018, it was announced that Richardson was chosen by U.S. Representative and civil rights figure John Lewis to illustrate the graphic novel Run, which would chronicle Lewis's life after the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1965, the year he first contemplated running for office. The book was pulled from the schedule and set for a 2019 date, but he did not appear. As of 2020, no further information was available, according to blackarthistory.org. Shout out to this queen right here now.
Yes. What an achievement. That's a lot of stuff. This is why I really wanted to highlight this particular sister right here. I wanted to start off with this queen right here because, I was talking to a good friend of mine and she was like, I don't know anything about no comic books. I don't know anything about that. And I said, actually, you do. You know more than you think you do.
Yeah.
This publishing is a connected industry and it's super small, to be honest. And this is someone that I would love to have lunch with.
Yeah.
And that, this person who's just so amazing, this is somebody she should be having lunch with. Yes. Because you can accidentally get into comic books and not even realize that. And so if you read a little bit more into her story, she also has that same story and that same background. She didn't know anything about comic books.
Yeah.
She was in the world of music. Yes. She was playing the flute. And as you can imagine, being trained at that early age, and Kwame, you are like tunnel vision when it comes to what you're doing.
Yeah.
So to now be caught up in illustration, and who knew that she could draw and then draw so well that agents are saying, hey, you may want to consider this. And so reading her story, she said that it just blew her mind. It was a door she never thought that she would walk through. She did not know anything about comic books. So as she started to read these illustrated stories and to see the background of who wrote these stories, how accomplished they were, then it, obviously just, made her do what it do.
Yeah.
and she's that girl.
She is that girl, and I'm not even surprised, that a Black woman broke into the industry the way she did. Like she gets the artwork that I'm seeing from her it's just dope. Like she's
it's stunning,
girl. Yeah. And I see that she did some artwork for Lovecraft Country, which is really interesting. I just love her, the color dynamics and everything. It's really, really interesting. Her color.
She's very two-dimensional. I love it's two-dimensional, and that is what really is interesting.
Yeah. So shout out to you, girl.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. Let's see. I would love for you to meet the sister of Richardson and have lunch with her. I place that in the universe for you, brother Dominic.
All right.
Yeah, we'll see if our teams can reach out to her, because I know she's a busy girl, but we'll see if our team can reach out to her.
I want my good sister to reach out to her too.
Okay, yeah.
Exactly. I hope she's watching too.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. So, yeah, she's pretty awesome. No, I we'll have to. No, I don't think so. I think that's pretty much it on her. I just thought that she was really, really interesting. And guys, just wait to who else we're going to talk about throughout this ongoing segment that we're going to have. But it's really interesting to see that she was on the Marvel side and the DC side as well. So I love the fact that it's not one or the other, it's both. They're all really connected. Yeah. And then Vertigo, isn't that no, that's not a minority owned, isn't it? That's a minority owned comic book, isn't it?
No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's just an offshoot. Oh no, Spawn is a part of that.
Correct.
Yeah, okay. So that's really cool to know that she probably had, because we talked about Spawn the other day, so I know they're not talking about it, but just to know that it's kind of interconnected. But Mad Max, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, what a talented, very talented artist.
Keep glowing up, Queen.
We're breaking glass ceilings in places that no one ever thought we would be in.
Yeah. Well, this was good. Thank you for sharing this with us. I did not know about who she was and what she was doing, and to see that she was that impactful and had such a wide range of creative accomplishments is really, really cool. So, we're going to talk about the very first African American Black comic book creator in the next couple of weeks too. Ooh. So and he got his start in the 1940s. Nice. To let you know. So at the very beginning. So yeah, we'll talk about him coming up soon too. Won't say who his name is just yet, but we'll talk about it. So don't look it up. We'll talk about it. Look it up. Yeah. All right, we'll be right back after these commercial breaks. We're going to take a quick commercial break to go ahead and get some pay these bills. And when we come back, we're going to get into some Blerd news, y'all. We have some stuff to talk about, so stay tuned. We'll be right back.
This episode is sponsored in part by Bullet and Flight Radio. Get ready to uplift your spirit with Bullet and Flight Radio, the world's leading progressive Christian radio station. Experience the vibrant fusion of gospel house music and a rich medley of inspiration from all musical genres that'll make your heart soar. Join their extraordinary lineup of today's trailblazers, visionaries, and voices that matter, all sharing their stories and wisdom. Stay plugged in around the clock as they broadcast unmissable content 24/7. Your go-to station for all things inspiring. Become a pilot today by visiting bulletandflightradio.com. Bullet and Flight Radio. Your story, our station. Step away from the chaos and noise of your daily life. Experience moments for yourself that are calm, serene, and full of peace. A necessary respite to foster growth within you, because self-care should be luxurious. Lux and Noir.
And we're back. We're back, you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you are just tuning in, do us a huge favor. Hit that like button. Share if you haven't done so already. And please subscribe. Okay? Yes, so it helps. It helps the algorithm. Thank you. We want to talk more about the black blerds out there. We want to talk about black blerds. The black nerds out there, blerds, aka all of the information on there. But I really enjoyed talking about Afua. That was really, really dope.
Afua is really cool. Hey, Catrice, I see you, sis.
Cocktails with Catrice in the house.
Yes, we hope you caught the story on Afua. That sister is very well accomplished.
Yes, and the fact that she has such an array of, like I said before, such an array of different creative backgrounds and accomplishments was really, really cool to see. So
yes.
Shout out to her, and catch it on the replay, sis. I think you'll enjoy it. I think you'll really, really enjoy it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into some Blerd news, you guys. We got some Blerd news to talk about, aka Blerd news. Okay. All right. Praise God.
New graphics. Yay! All right, let's kind of get into it. First up, it's going to be with Marvel Studios. You know, we like to talk and keep up with things on Marvel Studios as well as DC. So, what do we got in the Marvel Studio section, Dominic?
Oh boy, what we have coming is Loki Season 2. Loki Season 2 is, in fact, this franchise is the most successful, the most watched franchise out of everything that's on Disney Plus. And that is according to a lot of different sources like TechRadar.com and other sources have verified that this is the most successful Disney Plus show. So the trailer for Season 2 is the most watched trailer of, again, any show that has been produced from any Disney Plus show series ever, period. And this is going to be, I believe, a major comeback for Jonathan Majors. You know, he's returning as a new variant of Kang the Conqueror. So no one has seen this particular performance from him. And allegedly, he has really turned it out. This is something that is really highly anticipated.
Yeah.
So,
I'm looking forward to it. I'm praying it's better than what we experienced with the last couple of shows, to include Secret Invasion. My God.
Yeah, according to a lot of early reviews of Season 2, this is right on par. If you like Season 1, then you will absolutely love Season 2. They turned it up a notch. So Season 2 starts on October 6th.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
October 6th.
And we will be doing our podcast and doing reviews on that, deep diving in each of the shows or episodes. Definitely check that out and be on the lookout for that, because the season or the premiere of the Unusual Mavericks podcast is premiering on September 1st. So we'll have all of those shows ready for you guys to check out and deep dive into all of the shows that we don't get to talk about and review on the live show. All right, let's get into the DC studio section of things. What do we went to go see? Did you go see Blue Beetle?
Yeah. Did you guys go see Blue Beetle?
Did y'all go see Blue Beetle?
Dr. Holt, what did you think?
I'm loving that Lux Noir commercial. You sound awesome. That's hilarious.
No, she? Fans only.
Stop it. So I actually very much enjoyed the Beetle movie. I was very, very pleasantly surprised by it. What were your thoughts on it, Dominic?
The what I know about Blue Beetle is basically based from the Young Justice series on HBO Max or Max, and I know that he kind of was created in 2000 or 99, somewhere around there, sometime around where Stargirl was created. And he has really become a breakout star. Number one, he is one of the only DC superhero characters. Vibe is another one, so we're not gonna forget him. But Blue Beetle has a super cool background. And so they were really able to capture so much of the comic book essence, the cartoon essence, and even this new little spin that they have on the character, meaning that Jaime is usually 14, 15, 16 years old in the comic books, and he is 22, 23, maybe. But it's perfect. So I absolutely love it. Even the family aspect. And George Lopez was hilarious.
He was hilarious. I just want to make a quick correction that Blue Beetle, the original comic, which you see on the far left, your left. They came out with that. They started publishing that in 1983. So that's when the first couple of issues came out. That was one of my first comics. Was Blue Beetle,
the original Ted Cord.
Yes, and then the newer one with the way you see with Jaime on the middle and right, that is what came out in the early 2000s.
Yeah, very early.
Yeah. But yeah, it was. Keats wants to go see it. He said, I did, and I loved it. I loved it as well. No, I did not look very good. I did not. It did not look very good. Blue Beetle. It really was. It really was a good go. Good to go. Dr. Old said I didn't go. I saw on Cobra Kai. That's where I saw him from.
That's where he's from. Yes.
Agent Orange is on right now via. Well, I guess he's getting arrested right now.
Yay! But anyway,
or booked rather, not arrested. He is definitely a character. Oh wow! Anyway, I'll go check that out after the show. But yeah, so Blue Beetle was really really entertaining. I really enjoyed my time with Blue Beetle or watching it. I was pleasantly surprised at the fact that the graphics and the production wasn't cheesy. They kept up with the trailer, because sometimes you see stuff on the trailer and it looks terrible,
right?
Horrible, but it did. It was very well done. I was very very happy with it. I didn't fall asleep because sometimes when I see these movies, I fall asleep on them because it's just not that good. I was up, I was engaged, and I really enjoyed. I didn't feel like there was any dips. In the overall.
That was the crazy thing. It was an old-fashioned movie where, to me, I would get excited going to see Jurassic Park, where you knew you were going to get excitement, you were going to get laughs, you were going to get that whole family vibe and feel. And this was a throwback to that kind of movie. Any small little issues in the movie, it kind of didn't matter. Like Grandma was everything.
Oh my God,
was everything.
Nana
was
giving me life. I said, "Oh, her."
Yeah. So we're trying not to spoil it, but we're just talking about standout characters and stars in this movie. And just to let you know, this movie starring an all Hispanic cast.
Yeah.
Directed and written by all Hispanic, everybody was a minority.
Yes.
They thought that this movie would possibly bring in between 28 to 32 million dollars.
Yes.
But this opening weekend brought in 43 million dollars.
Correct.
They saw a rise in minorities going to the theater. Some folks for the very first time, older folks who aren't really interested, went to the theater at a rise or an increase at 38%, according to Mojo, one of the ticket companies. I forgot which one. But so it was a groundbreaking walk-up business type of situation.
Oh, post-track. Sorry.
Post-track. Okay, thank you. So yeah, it was really and so this movie actually topped the Barbie movie.
Yeah.
And so that movie was number one for several weeks. So this movie topped that movie. So I'm all for anything that minorities can. Usually, we do things better. Let's just keep it real. We just do. And this was the perfect movie to reset the DC universe.
Now let's see if they keep up with it. Because
this is a great marker.
Yeah, but if they have to keep up with it, because if they bring us the Snyderverse stuff back with the next Aquaman movie, we're not going to see this.
No, that's why they did all those reshoots in June. Is they took all the Snyderverse stuff out of there because it has to be a part of this new thing.
Because I felt like since Aquaman, the first Aquaman, I haven't seen anything as visually dynamic as Blue Beetle since Shazam and Aquaman.
Yeah, but can't you tell though that there's a shift in the. Yeah, because it did not feel.
It gave me more
like it is so much like if you guys enjoyed Iron Man 1 and 3.
Yes.
Not the second one.
We're not going to talk about 2.
No. But even the first Iron Man, really, this gives you Iron Man vibes, and it's pure to the character of Blue Beetle. So they're not even copying off of Iron Man.
Right.
This is pure to who Blue Beetle actually is.
Yeah.
And his story is so rich with the reach and all the places that they can go with it with Booster Gold and they're now talking about, I think they briefly mentioned something about the Green Guardians, and we know that that's Green Lantern, and we
Lantern,
know the first Green Lantern that we're going to see is John Stewart.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Finally, our brother in live action, we're going to see him.
The best thing on Green Lantern in DC, period.
Yeah, so I'm really excited to see this new universe and how it's opening up. So far, it looks good. It's appealing to more minorities.
I'm still watching y'all, James Gunn.
Oh yeah, but look how many if this is, as I said, a marker, you can tell. And as we saw in the credits, so many Marvel people that they laid off, DC has now hired.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll sit back and see how it goes.
You're welcome. Anywho, let's go ahead and get into the Maverick talk to kind of close out what's going on today. Let's see here. First up, we're going to go ahead and make sure that we go into what's going on coming up in September, which is the Unusual Mavericks podcast. So we're going to be showing you guys what we're going to be doing there. I'm looking forward to showing you guys that. It's going to be, listening for you guys to listen to it. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be really dope. We get to deep dive into specific episodes and on shows that we're watching. And so I'm looking forward to it. Hey, Kevin. Thanks for joining. Thank you so much for the cash out, for the Zell. Bless you. I really appreciate you. Was there any Black people in Blue Beetle? Was there? I think there was. No, I think it was pretty much an all Latin cast.
It was an all Latin cast.
Yeah, at least for the main portion. I mean, obviously they have to have extras and stuff like that. But yeah, it was just. But they are also never highlighted ever. We get a little bit of representation, and this is kind of the first time they've gotten anything. Well, because I mean, we gave them not we, but they gave us what do you call it? In Wakanda Forever, they gave us
Namor,
yeah. And they didn't have to make it Hispanic. They could have just made it some white guy, in
and then he was supposed to be Hispanic, right? Like they always do.
Right, exactly.
So they there's a race to show more minorities to get our dollars, and this is a fine example that here DC. Look at the last few movies; it's been white, right? Shazam. I mean, even though Black Adam, he's not black, so and they have all failed. And here, their first minority movie out the gate, it is a success, and it's going to do very well on the app. Kids are going to love this. With all the wrestling references, all the wonderful stuff that's tied to this movie, guys. If you have kids, you could definitely sit them down to this movie, and they will sit there and watch it because it is really that good.
So, just to answer your question, Michelle, it's not Namor, it's Namor. So Namor, and Namor was one of the characters in Wakanda Forever. He is a Marvel character. He's kind of equivalent to
Aquaman
in DC.
Right.
So it's Marvel's version of Aquaman, but Namor is kind of considered a
mutant. He's the first mutant,
but also he's considered a not a anti-hero. Yes, kind of like Black Adam, or at least how they were trying to portray Black Adam.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, that's all we got. Just to kind of wrap things up, we're celebrating 60 years of people of color in comics. So check out the African American and Latin Hispanic superheroes in front of and behind the scenes in 60 years of American comic books. For more information on how to purchase Black Panther: World of Wakanda that Afua Richardson worked on, you can go to. Where is the website? I just lost it. Where did it go?
Oh, put it in the comic section.
Oh no!
Comment.
Hold on, guys. I'm sorry about that.
While you figured it out, I just cannot believe she was tapped on the shoulder to work with John Lewis. That's just crazy.
That's insane. And
wow.
Then also, by comics, visit collects. I'll say so. The one that you guys want to purchase is the World of Wakanda numbers issues 1 through 6 by Afua Richardson. But let me go ahead and grab this thing here.
We'll put it in the comment section.
Yes.
Excellent.
Let's actually find it.
And so, yeah, actually, wow, we said 60 years, but actually, everyone, it's 80 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Apologies.
No, it's I did that typo. That was my typo. So it's actually
say it,
80 years.
Since
it's my fault. It's my fault, but it's 80 years. And it's just really interesting. I never looked at comics as being a graphic novel.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what they are. That's what they are.
Yeah.
And so, wow, just to see how we have been a part of every thriving system that America has, and we often go invisible.
Okay, I just put the link in the comments. It's to Black Panther, World of Wakanda. If you guys want to purchase those issues and support Afua Richardson, make sure you only purchase, well, not only, but make sure you focus on issues 1 through 6, which is by Afua Richardson. So shout out to her and all the work that she has done and the work that she continues to do. This is one of her artworks. So super excited about this.
She's got a lot of lovely stuff. I was looking through her work, and it's gallery worthy, so I understand why.
Gorgeous. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. I think that's all we got for today. You got anything else, brother?
No, I think that is all that we have. We can go on and on and on and talk about different things, but yeah, that is pretty much it.
Yes, well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. You know, we love to give you guys the Blerd news, and that's Black Nerds. Don't forget to hit that like button, share, so you can go ahead and let everybody else know what's going on over here in these streets. And then also make sure you subscribe to wherever you're watching at. And then also, stay unusual, guys.
That's right. Everyone, you are so funny. Stay unusual. All right.
Bye, guys.